Crabs is opening a new restaurant called the Krusty Krab 2.
First of all, congratulations on making the new games, Game Freak.
Hello, I like money.
What inspired you to make these remakes, as well as another open-world game?
Money!
Another year, another Pokemon game. And considering that 2021 is Pokemon's 25th anniversary, you could say that the bar was set pretty high for the franchise. A lot of fans, including myself, were hyped for the new main series games, and this group of people were thirsty over a particular game, remakes of Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Gen 4 is the golden goose of Pokemon games, and it's thought to be the best Pokemon generation ever by most fans. So you can guess that when February rolled around, speculation went through the roof surrounding them, and you can bet I was riding the hype train all the way. Pokemon Diamond specifically is my favorite game of all time. I enjoy it more than Mario Odyssey, more than Mario Kart Wii, more than Animal Crossing New Horizons. Gen 4 means a lot to me. I still remember spending cool summer nights walking around Sinnoh and taking in the many sights and sounds the games had to offer. Sure, Cynthia might have made me wet my pants, but that didn't matter. I was having fun. And that's all that mattered. So anyways, I was practically bursting at the seams with excitement when a Pokemon Presents was to be scheduled for February 26th, 2021. And when the big day rolled around, I was already crafting predictions in my head about what I could see. The number one thought being a reimagining of Sinnoh. You can probably see where I'm going with this. Diamond and Pearl is known for its sprawling landscapes and large mountains, and I couldn't help but squee thinking about Gen 4 on modern hardware, looking just as large and grand as I thought it was when I was little. And my reaction went something like this. Sinnoh! Ah! Yeah! Wait, what? What? So yeah, I was so incredibly excited, but also confused all at the same time as I watched my childhood reimagined in front of me. It was honestly too much for my monkey brain to handle at the time, and my opinion on these games have rebounded back and forth over the past few weeks, but now I believe I'm ready to share them with you. So let's begin my stupid opinion on Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. These in-game models suck! Art styles of remakes often have a continual theme. Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green looked pretty much the same as Ruby and Sapphire. Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire looked practically identical to Pokemon X and Y. And now we come to the 8th generation with Sword and Shield. And what do the remakes look like? Everything is small. Whoa, you hear that, kids? It's the opinion alert, so don't get your pretzel tied in a knot, because I'm about to give my opinion. Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl have an art style that tends to cater to the original. They use this as their main selling point, which I find weird, like as if they're proud that they're selling a rehashed 15-year-old game. Now, I see where they're going with this. They're trying to be really creative with Pokemon Legends Arceus. Yes, I pronounce it like that. Stop. No, I can see you going to the comments. Don't do it. Don't do it. And play it more safe with the Diamond and Pearl remakes. But I feel in doing so, they're gonna cripple the game's enjoyment. Sure, people might have played the remakes to enjoy older regions, but people mostly bought the game because they saw that old Pokemon that they knew, but different, and it was intriguing to them. They wanted to play Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire because they're like, hey, why is the fish, why is he glowing? But now you just see the same game and you look at the box art and go, yep, that's the game I played, and then you walk away. It might seem like I'm being harsh with this game's art style, and I'm not. I think a lot of things look great. The water, for one, looks absolutely amazing. It looks better than the muddy nothingness that Sword and Shield had. I think the critiques that come to this game's graphics is not in the graphics, but in the shading. Some of the areas look too dark, like Floroma Town. It's supposed to be this sunny, sunshine-filled paradise, and when you look at it, it looks like some sleazy town where the nugget dealer from Po Town would be lurking. Now, this might just be nitpicks from a Gen 4 stan, but something about the environment just seems off, and I really hope that they give it the Link's Awakening treatment and make everything look vibrant. Now the character models. I am not a fan. I think, personally, the environment looks great. I am so happy to play this game, but the character models to me stick out like a sore thumb. They look like Duplo characters. Like, look how they massacred my boy Lucas. His head is so long. Why is his head that long? He looks so weird. This doesn't just have to do with the character models, but you don't really walk around. You sort of glide. The main thing that I find off-putting about the character models is the way that they're animated. In this clip here, you can see Lucas running through the grass, and he doesn't really run. He sort of just glides through the grass like he's your rich next door neighbor on his hoverboard.
Lasagna.
Other than those small, minuscule gripes, I'm really happy with how this game is looking graphically. Obviously, it has its issues, but with still 8 months of development time, Ilka has tons of time to polish and smooth things out. Hey, but at least the trees look better than the ones in Sword and Shield. Yay. Nowadays, it's a given that new entries in the mainline series of Pokemon games will have a gimmick. Pokemon X and Y had Mega Evolution, Sun and Moon had Z-moves, as well as Mega Evolution. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire had Mega Evolution. Do you see where I'm going with this? While older Chad veterans like myself don't need pointless gimmicks to make a game stand out, the newer audience that started with these types of game mechanics might return to the games such as Diamond and Pearl and be a little jarred. And listen, this might be tough to say, but Pokemon Diamond and Pearl are bad games.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yes, I know. Things such as an unbalanced Pokedex, dreadfully slow swim speed, and much more were all attributes to the game's hellish and rushed development cycle. Thankfully, however, almost all of these issues were fixed in Pokemon Platinum version, which I believe to be the definitive way to traverse the world of Sinnoh. Platinum added a new legendary main quest involving Giratina and the Distortion World, quality of life features that I previously discussed, adjusting some areas to better suit the colder climate, decking out the trainer in warmer clothing, mythical events, the battle frontier, the list just goes on. So, what would I like to see from these remakes, content-wise? Well, I think getting a slightly tweaked main story to involve some sort of new form for the box legendaries and Mega Evolution is a must. I would adore being able to see my lad Luxray decked out and finally getting the dark type he deserves in his new Mega form, as well as others like Perugly, the starters, and Spiritomb getting new forms as well. Not to mention, seeing at least some Platinum content returning would be a joy. I believe there's a pretty good chance that this may be happening to some degree, considering that the lady in Floroma Town in Platinum version who gives you the Gracidia is in the trailer. But hey, as long as Ronald McDonald, the Fire-type Elite Four member, has more than 2 Fire-type Pokemon, I'll be fine. Seriously, why does he only have 2? My biggest gripe with Pokemon Sword and Shield, besides the awful story, of course, was with how linear they were. What makes Diamond and Pearl so intriguing to players is how large it seems. It makes the player want to explore and be the very best like no one ever was. But when that sense of exploration is stripped away from you via hand-holding, it makes you feel like the most mediocre, like everyone already was. More modern Pokemon games especially struggle with this, which is why I pray a lot of the things left to the player's discovery aren't watered down and fed to you like a can of microwave beans in the remakes. While this could seem like a nice way to inch less experienced players forward, it makes the game seem like a never-ending tutorial, thus allowing it to drag on and on without any real reason. I don't find being stopped by a cutscene every time I take 2 steps forward very enjoyable, and while I don't necessarily see this being a problem considering these remakes appear to be faithful, whatever that means, I wouldn't count it out entirely. I don't want to be told to head down to Sunyshore City after catching Dialga. I want to remember on my way to Pastoria City, there was that one guy who told me there was a blackout, then venture down there myself. It's moments like these that make Pokemon games so rewarding, and in taking that from the player, you're stripping their taste for adventure and sense of discovery. And now we come to the part of the video where I give my final thoughts on the topic. And my opinion on these games can be summed up in a single sentence. Ilka, please don't mess up the Diamond and Pearl remakes, or else I will be very depressed. I can see where Game Freak is going with this one, but I don't think using Gen 4 remakes as a guinea pig for using a separate studio as well as an all-new art style being the right call here. Obviously, I'm still excited to play these games, but whenever I look at fan mock-ups or just think about what could have been, I can't help but be a little disappointed. Overall though, I'm ecstatic to play this game. This game is brimming with potential. I just can't help reminiscing over what could have been. Okay, but we need to talk about Lucas. Like, come on, why does he look like this? Why is his head so long? Come on, why does he look like this? Please fix him, Ilka. Please, please, I'm begging you, please, please, please.